first year. Everything is microwave in the NFL now. Everything is microwave. Nothing is in the oven anymore. And I think that's why teams fail. I think that's why, because the whole point of it is a Jackson Dart. Now, and Drake May didn't make the situation no better because Jake May is now in his second year and he's playing great football. He's an MVP candidate. And now, guess what? It's microwave football. Every single quarterback, that Paul Mendoza, when he comes in, he would be responsible for taking the Raiders to the Super Bowl or to the playoffs, as bad as the Raiders is, his first 2 years. Caleb Williams comes in, he goes to the playoffs his second year. He goes to the divisional round playoffs his second year. He ain't developed yet, nowhere near developed. As much as Chicago fans want to make him the man, Caleb Williams is nowhere near developed. It's going to take time for him to truly develop into a quarterback. But guess what? He better not miss that playoffs. He better win that division. It's a microwave NFL. Y'all don't see that now? Players don't have a shot. They got 2 years. You know, it's funny. That same guy that somebody tried to say he wasn't elite, Mahomes said, I was happy I wasn't drafted in the top 10. I don't want to be drafted in the top. I don't want me. I'm sorry. I'm happy I wasn't drafted number 1 of the top 10. I don't want that responsibility because that responsibility is you better be going to the Super Bowl. You better be going to the freaking playoffs. It's a microwave NFL. And that's what we're going to be talking about this morning. And I want you guys to understand, bring it this morning. I'm in that kind of mood. I'm in that kind of mood because I hear so many people saying stupid shit on social. I mean, he's no Tom Brady, but he's all right. I got you, Isaac. And Mahomes is one of the greatest talents I've ever seen, generational. It's true. It's true. And as far as my boy Isaac saying, of course he's not Tom Brady. He is Patrick Mahomes. That's his own legacy. It's his legacy. He's Patrick Mahomes. He's not trying to be Tom Brady. Tom Brady is Tom Brady. Patrick Mahomes is Mahomes. It's that simple. And if you try to compare, then you're an idiot. You're just an idiot. There's no comparison. There are two different types of quarterbacks that have accomplished almost the same things. I mean, so it's not a comparison. That's why I don't do comparison. It's Tom Brady and it's Patrick Mahomes. It's that simple. And honestly, I like seeing both of them play. So he said, how do you tell if someone's a casual the minute they ask you who your team is? Get this all going, guys.
Swag. What's going on, brother?
What's going on? This is a microwave NFL, guys.
You trying to make me mad this morning on purpose?
Wow, what did I say?
That Mahomes stuff. Come on, man, people.
Yeah, that was a real statement that I heard, Mr. Corey. That was a real. I was told because what I said was Sam Darnold cannot be elite after this year because when you look at an elite quarterback, you look past the stats until what they do intangibly. In my opinion, Sam Darnold does nothing at an elite level.
Right.
And I listed the guys who I had in the elite category. I have 5 people in the elite category, maybe 4. I'm teetered on Burrow just because the guy can't stay on the field. But when you talk about Mahomes, you talk about what he does improvisationally. His arm is at an elite level. Josh Allen, elite arm. Also, you could make a case an elite rushing ability. Lamar, elite rushing ability. The best rushing ability out of a quarterback we have probably ever seen. Burrow is very quick on his feet when he's healthy.
I got something you'll never hear another Dolphins fan say. Okay, Patrick Mahomes is a better quarterback than Dan Marino. Okay? He is not. He's not a better passer. Not a better passer. But a better quarterback.
You said it like it was painful.
He's a better quarterback. He doesn't throw a better. He's not a better passer. Dan Marino retired with 27 passing records. He's not a better passer. He's a better quarterback. Quarterbacks are more than passing.
I love your take on that, but I gotta say something. I gotta ask a question before because I want Cody. Let Cody finish telling you guys the story.
Oh yeah. Sorry, Cody. Go ahead.
Yeah, so, and then the final guy I brought up was Stafford. Matthew Stafford reads defenses at an elite level. He's seen every defense there is to see. The dude's been in the league so many years, he has no choice but to see every defense. He reads defenses at an elite level. And I said, there is no intangible of a quarterback that Sam Darnold has that is at an elite level. Sam Darnold is having an elite season, 2 elite seasons back to back, if we're being honest, where in that season, he was among the elite in quarterback play. However, as a quarterback, Sam Darnold does not have any elite intangible to where he deserves to be in that category, winning a Super Bowl or not. And his counter to that was to bring Mahomes' stats up and say, you guys keep Mahomes in this category, but his stats have been steadily declining. Which
Man, look,
I don't get the stats argument.
There is 32 teams. 28 of those teams would trade their quarterback for Mahomes today. And 2 of the teams that wouldn't do that simply because their fan base had burned the place down.
I think the only 2 teams right now that wouldn't do it would be the Baltimore Ravens. And I'm gonna say the LA Rams is the second one.
I would have said Buffalo in the Rams, but because
I think after Bills fans saw what Pat did with the little talent that he had comparative to what Josh did in the same exact situation, a lot of Bills fans would probably take.
Well, you know what? Here's the thing. That's all. What I was basically saying is we can't take elite status from none of the guys that are elite.
You can't.
For those of you guys who are trying to add people to the elite category, just all you got to do is just think about all the things, the consistency, how much they're on top. Just think about all the things that these guys have shown you in a game, not what they won or what they lost, just showing you their ability to play. And then you ask yourself, is your quarterback on that level? Because if until that quarterback is on that level, you cannot call him elite. It's a reason the word elite is being used. I mean, so I'm just trying to get everybody to understand that some of the things they say on social media is just really
sorry.
It's crazy. Me personally, Mr. Corey, I was watching. I don't know if you guys watch 4th and 1, right?
That's Cam Newton's podcast, right?
It's one of my favorite shows because as crazy as Cam Newton is acting, he's dropping some serious knowledge on you once you get to that part. I'm not kicking you off one day. I don't know who kicking you off. I keep bringing.
I don't know what happened. Yeah.
I keep bringing you on. I don't know what's going on, but I want to say this. I want to get everybody to understand where I'm coming from. When I was listening to Cam Newton was breaking down how fans just literally, I guess you can say, just avoid talking about eras that they wasn't in. They try to take what's happening now and make it football. Well, football has been around 100 years. So it's been around 100 years. That means it was here before my existence and everybody else on this damn panel. It's so many different things that's going on. So if you didn't see errors and didn't know rules at those times, you can't even speak the word elite because you don't know what you're talking about.
Or what was in at that time. Like there's a certain person that I'll fight tooth and nail that I don't think should be a Hall of Famer, but at the time, for instance, the Hall of Fame argument's a great one, right? The most common criticized Hall of Famer is Joe Namath. The guy finished with more career interceptions than touchdowns. He shouldn't be a Hall of Famer.
Either him or Troy Aikman.
However, you have to put into the account of the era that he played in. By the standards of the NFL, we're talking Super Bowl, 2, 3 when he did his thing? This is a league that had not adapted passing to the extent that they rarely threw the ball. So for him to have more interceptions than touchdowns is really not that crazy when you look at the era in which he played in. If we were talking by today's standards, I could name you all-time greats that you think, no brainer, he should have been in the Hall of Fame, that have worse stats than backups in the league.
And you know what's funny? That just shows you how the NFL has evolved, Cody. But I want to do something real quick. JB. Look, guys, if y'all don't know, JB has his own show, Not Move Podcast. It's a whole bunch of them. They own 24/7. You can't. Somebody's always on from Not Move Podcast. It's simple as that. But I gotta ask you a question, JB. Aren't you tired of that? I mean, like, does it frustrate you anymore when you hear people say stuff like that on your panel? Like,
Mm-hmm.
Things just happen, you know. I mean, and you know, I mean, sometimes you just need to take a break, bro.
Hey,
You know, I mean, it's just
that.
you ain't gonna win.
Hey,
You can't win them all. You can't win them
I
all.
mean, you can't win them all. But wait,
Mhm.
Brady went a 10-year stretch.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
Hey, JB.
he went 10-year stretch when Brady still was the freaking man when he came back and started throwing that rock. All I'm trying to get everybody to understand is stop that. Just stop doing that. Just stop doing it. But I want to get off into this microwave NFL, guys. This is a microwave NFL now.
Yeah. Can I go first on that one?
Huh?
Can I go first on that one?
Yeah, hold on. I want to tell something for the audience, everybody that's jumping on what the topic is. My introduction is not the topic of my show. It's just something I want to get off my chest. And I'm tired of you guys trying to say Mahomes is declining, he's not elite anymore, whatever. So I'm just getting everybody to understand. But the microwave NFL is this. I hire a head coach. I'll give you an example. Head coach for the New York Jets, right?
Aaron Glenn.
Aaron Glenn was hired last year. This was his first year. I mean, really, people were already saying fire Aaron Glenn. Fire him. But watch this. I inherited a team that was in total disarray. Total disarray. The whole damn organization is in total disarray. And you expect me to go in there and change the culture with that organization being that bad in 1 year and have a winning season? I don't even have the players that I want yet. I mean, like, but you got to go. You're fired. Okay?
He didn't even have a quarterback that had the potential to be a franchise guy.
I mean, like, he had nothing. I mean, like really nothing. But hold on. Just fire this guy. Fire him.
Yep.
Like, I want him out of here. He's gone. Damn. I mean, can I get my feet in the door first? Okay, so that means every head coach, every draft pick, that's especially a quarterback, that's in the first round, you got to take me to the playoffs right now. Like right now. Like, if you don't do this right now, don't give a damn if you have a bad coach. I don't care. If you take me to the Super Bowl right now. If it's a coach, then you got to go to the Super Bowl right now. Mr. Casey, I'm gonna bring Mr. Casey in because he knows a lot about football because he's been inside, and I know that for a fact. So, Mr. Casey, do you agree with that? It's a microwave NFL now.
Mm-hmm.
It's microwave now. Society.
And I like what you said. Go ahead. I don't want to cut you off.
But no, I agree with. I mean, also too, it's going back to where it's because of the salary cap, and so with the quarterbacks, you got to win under their rookie deal. It's always been, I ain't say always, but it's been like the last 10 years or so. If you don't win in your first on your rookie deal, it's hard to win with you got $70 million or so much of your salary cap tied them to your quarterback. And so that heightens the microwave society or expectation for quarterbacks to win early.
So let me make sure I understand you guys, right? So for everybody who live in this culture, who's growing up in this generation, the time of development is over. There's nothing you do now that you can be developed on. You better learn it as soon as you start. Like, right as soon as I start.
There's really only one example in
I'm
the
like-
NFL right now where a team drafted a quarterback to sit and develop him, and it is Jordan Love. He's really the only example right now. Now, there is one happening. We obviously, none of us up here know Will Howard's future. If you want to make the case that it happened to Sam Darnold, I wouldn't make that case because he was thrust into the spotlight immediately and failed, and then he got developed elsewhere. But really, the only team in the NFL right now that drafted a quarterback purely to sit him and develop him was Jordan Love. He sat behind Aaron Rodgers for a few years, came in, started when Rodgers left, and played well. But you have these guys. For instance, I'm really happy it did not happen to Bryce Young because now he's showing you what he was so highly touted of out of Alabama. Bryce Young was horrible.
I want to cut you off for a second. Isaac, let me share something with you. As much as I love you on the show, and I really do, I think you're cool. I think you say some great comments. That comment you just put down there, I got to address. Sometimes you have to pull the plug with a first-year head coach. Kraft did it with Jared. No, he didn't. That was not Kraft. That was Vrabel. Vrabel politic for that job. Vrabel was at another organization, the Tennessee Titans. No, not the Tennessee Titans. He was on somebody's sideline as a consultant.
He was a consultant.
No, he was
somewhere.
He was the Titans though. But
no, he was a consultant somewhere with Tennessee before New England.
Yeah, right. But he got fired.
The entire time he was in Kraft's ear about Mel. The entire time they didn't like each other as teammates. It was a big deal. It's much more than him Kraft pulling the trigger.
He was the personnel consultant for the Browns.
Like I said, it was much more going on than that. And I understand. I know a lot about that story, and that's cool because Vrabel got the job and did great with it. But that wasn't all Robert Kraft. Robert Kraft had no intentions of pulling the plug on that kid when he first started coaching until Vrabel got in his ear. I mean, so let's just pump the brakes on that. That's a little bit more different. And when I say you cannot fire somebody the first damn year if you trust them and you hire them.
I'm also not a big fan of Swag. Go ahead, Apostle. Go ahead.
It's like having a chef and you want him to cook the food, but he can't put his own ingredients into the food to make the food taste good. This is how I feel about the NFL now. They want everybody to cook, but don't let them use their own ingredients to build a team.
I love that, and you're right.
Adam, I was going to say something about that.
Adam Ruiz, you said I think the Raiders firing Pete Carroll was the right move. I agree with that. I don't think that, but here's the thing, though. I don't think they should have hired him.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely
that was a bad hiring from the get-go. But
when you hire somebody who's almost 80 years old, I mean, you already done screwed yourself anyway because they set in their ways and it's hard to get them to listen. So that was just a bad hire, period. I mean, so yeah, that it makes the firing look good because you never should have hired him anyway. I mean, so
Wag, you know what else really gets on my nerves? So I'm going to use Cam Ward as the perfect example. If a head coach drafts a quarterback with the purpose of building around that quarterback, why would you get rid of that head coach halfway into the season? Because now, guess what? The next guy that comes in and takes that job has zero attachment to that quarterback. And a lot of the times, they look for any excuse to get rid of him. I mean, Mr. Corey, you know as well as I do, a big reason Brian Flores left Miami is because he hated Tua. He did not want Tua. He did not want Tua.
Right.
And he made that abundantly clear during the draft. I want this guy. I know you guys want Tua, but I want this. I forget who he wanted.
Yes,
but I want this. He wanted Herbert.
The microwave NFL seems to only apply to coaches and quarterbacks, really. Everyone else seems to get a little bit more chance than coaches and quarterbacks. But if you think about today's
players,
sorry, buddy. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, we've just seen so many position players. I completely agree. I mean, you have people in the league. For instance, looking at, I'm using my own team because I know my own team better than anybody. Shit. Well, I could use the Chargers. Quentin Johnston had numerous chances to be a receiver. I'm trying to think. My mind's racing. Roman Wilson's probably going to get more chances than he should have.
Right.
Et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. We have all these skill position players, tight ends, receivers, safeties, corners, et cetera, that get all these chances to succeed. And some of them do, some of them don't. But when we talk about quarterbacks, rarely, if ever, do a lot of these guys that are considered busts get a second chance to succeed. And a lot of
It's
the times,
the fan base. Why'd you draft him if he sits the bench and blah, blah, blah? You know, it's like, come on, man.
Exactly.
If you think about it, today's NFL with the microwave quarterbacks, man, if we did that before, man, you wouldn't have Brett Favre or Kurt Warner or Steve Young or Doug Flutie or any of these guys that had to, you know, they had to be around. They would have never been a thing.
You wouldn't have had Ben or Brady. You would never have had Ben or Brady.
You could even put like Joe Montana in that conversation. He gets drafted in what, 77, 78? The first couple of years, he looked like shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, he looked bad.
And Steve DeBerg is the quarterback.
Yeah, DeBerg.
I mean, so I'm getting everybody to understand. It used to be an NFL where we actually took players in and developed them. Where we actually gave coaches a shot. I mean, let's be honest. I'm gonna go back to something y'all remember. All y'all remember this one. When Bill Parcells took over the Giants, they were horrible.
They were terrible.
Horrible. I mean, like, and Bill Parcells was like, you know what? It's going to take me a little while. I can do it, but it's going to take me a little while. I put together a great coaching staff. Belichick was a part of that coaching staff. Put together a great coaching staff. Now I need to put my defense. We need to put our defense in it, and we need to go get us a quarterback. And by the way, the quarterback was still there. Phil Simms came from that horrible ass team.
Look at what
hold on, Cody. So all these different things I'm talking about, with the Giants, like some of these players and coaches, and I'll let you finish the statement in a second, Cody. Some of these players and coaches can do good if you just give them time. Like, okay, let's use an example of a coach that was fired and then went somewhere else and did well. I mean, like, do we have any examples of that?
Yes, sir.
I'm trying to think of some.
My own team. Andy Reid.
I mean, Bill Belichick.
Whoa. Who you said, Sean?
Andy Reid.
Say it again.
Perfect.
Andy Reid. Big Red.
Okay, I just want to make sure I heard you right.
Yes, sir.
John Gruden did the same thing.
I mean, say who
he left, he got fired from the Raiders and went to Tampa Bay.
Gruden. He said Gruden.
John Gruden, right? All right, so watch this.
Yep.
Watch this. So if I give a coach a chance, if I wasn't such a microwave NFL and I gave a coach a chance and said, if I hired him, I'm hiring him because I believe he can do the job, right? Look at Adam out there saying Tony Dungy. I mean, like,
Dungy. I forgot about Dungy.
And you watch Robert Saleh do good in Tennessee. You watch.
I mean, you see what I'm saying? If I hired him, I want him to do well, so I'm gonna give him what he needs and the time that he needs.
I think Harbaugh's gonna do good in New York.
I mean, you know what's funny? I was talking to Kingsafe. Me and Kingsafe had a long conversation about this same subject, Cody. And I was mad because I was mad because they fired a coach after the first year. And honestly, as much as I hate to bring this up, most black coaches don't even get 3 years. They get a year to 2. I'm out. You're out. So I was talking about that Nico Ryans came into the Houston Texans, right?
Yep.
And he's seen that trend of the microwave coaches. He's seen it. And I was so happy when they announced him as the coach for the Houston Texans. And then the first thing that came to my mind was, well, are they going to give him time? Are they going to give him the time? Well, he made them give him time. if y'all looked at his contract, he made them give him the time.
Yeah,
because if you don't, I want my money anyway. So we're gonna guarantee my contract for this long. And if you want to fire me, fine, so be it.
And look at the Titans now; they're succeeding.
I mean, but they gave him time, and look at them now. They're close. They're not there, but they're close. They're a hell of a lot better than what they were with Lovie Smith. I can tell you that. But
the one I was going to bring up, Swag. This is a good one. Kellen Moore.
Kellen Moore.
There's a lot of teams that would have fired Kellen Moore after what the Saints did last year. To put it very bluntly, the Saints were fucking horrible. They were horrible.
Hey, they got better
the Saints,
this year.
Yes, the Saints this year were they were below average. It was an improvement, however. And why? Because Kellen Moore saw what Spencer Rattler did and was like, look, and I'm still a firm believer. Spencer Rattler was playing good. He just wasn't winning games, unfortunately. They made a pivot. Tyler Shough looks like he has the potential to be their guy of the future. Kellen Moore put together an actually somewhat decent team with the situation that the Saints are in. The Saints are in cap hell. Now they're a little bit out of it. Kellen Moore is going to continue to build that team up, and in maybe 3 or 4 years, the Saints will be a team that's actually decent at football. But they're giving Kellen Moore the time to build a roster. He walked into a roster that was terrible, genuinely horrid, and he's made the best out of it.
When you think about this, I know Fridgebo, I'm glad you're on here, man. I'm gonna get to you in just a second, brother, because I know you got a lot to say about this too. Guys, if you're jumping on the show for the first time, y'all notice the panel. This is the Swag Show. We talking about the microwave NFL. The NFL is all about microwave. Now, I love what Mr. Casey said. The entire culture, our entire society is microwave NFL. I mean, it's microwave. I mean, so what I'm trying to get everybody to understand is sometimes that may be warranted, but normally that is warranted when you hired the wrong person anyway. That's the only time that we can justify that. And we all know as fans, when you hire somebody, we already know that is not going to be good for your team. That's going to suck. I mean, but you know too, but you hire them anyway, probably because of somebody that you know or you're friends with. And I'll give you an example. Nick Sirianni, I got to bring this up to see what y'all think about this. Nick Sirianni is on the hot seat this year. Y'all believe it?
Yes, he is.
Yeah,
I agree.
He probably is.
He's on the hot seat, but watch this. Watch this. Nick Sirianni has accomplished going to the Super Bowl twice in 3 years, winning one of them. If he don't get back to the Super Bowl next year, they probably fire him.
I agree.
Which is crazy.
That's crazy.
That's a fact, and that is wild as hell.
Yeah, I was just getting ready to say that. My man is 5-1 or 5-2 now or whatever in the playoffs. You know, in such a short time, too. What he's accomplished in 5 years is ridiculous.
But is it really him or is it the GM?
No,
is it the talent? Is it the talent? Is it him? Is it him? Is it the GM and the talent that's on the team?
Well, you got two things going on.
It's not the GM. Trust me.
You got the GM.
It is the GM, man. He run that. Nick Sirianni is just a puppet. Just like Doug Peterson, he won Super Bowl, and then 2 years later he got rid of him.
Just like I said,
he's a puppy, man. That GM, Howard Roseman run. He's the engine that makes that organization go.
So what you guys are telling me is something that I was always suspecting. I didn't know. I suspected. What you guys are telling me is it's really Howard Roseman running that team. As far as who the coaches just do what I say kind of guy. He's the you the why do what I say kind of guy.
Absolutely, because the offensive coordinator this year was a scapegoat, but Sirianni was offensive coordinator 2 years ago, a couple years ago, when he was before he got the head coach or something like that. He wasn't.
No, he was the head coach, but he was just calling the plays.
But no, he was the offensive coordinator. So why didn't? So if the offense is so bad, why didn't he just take over play calling? See, it's Howard Roseman.
I got. Brianna brought up a good point. She said, "What about Shanahan? You think he move away from Shanahan next year? I don't.
I don't.
Nah, it's too soon.
what Shanahan.
Wait. Kyle Shanahan?
Yeah, not after what he did with that team.
Absolutely not. I wish the hell they would.
That
Yo,
dude
I bet
took,
you they get rid of the GM Wentz before they get rid of Shanahan.
How do you put together a squad to go 12-5
with the injuries that they had?
Basically, dudes that you remember Swag. You remember back in high school, them dudes used to sit in the back of the class, picking their nose, flicking boogers everywhere. That's what Kyle Shanahan had to work with. And that man damn near got to a Super Bowl with that.
I'm
Absolutely not.
So that's the answer to that question. When we go back real quick, guys, to the
But if Callahan get back to Super Bowl and lose again, then he might be on the hot seat.
Now then we got a conversation.
That's he's gonna be in that whole Mike Callahan and.
Because I watch, guys. I watch
Baltimore.
The reason why
you can't get over the deal. You can't get over it.
The reason why the reason why I brought up Philadelphia, and the reason why I thought it was an important comment to make, was simply because Andy Reid won over 100 games. He took the Philadelphia Eagles from scarcity to relevancy. I mean, like it was in a short period of time. The guy was always in the NFC Championship or in the Super Bowl when he was in Philadelphia, and they fired him after he lost a Super Bowl. Like so hold on. 100 and some games winning when you was in obscurity in the winning column before him, and he comes in and do all that, and after the Super Bowl they fire him. That's why I was saying, oh my God. So you have to ask yourself these questions. If they'll do that to Andy Reid, you think they won't fire Nick Sirianni?
No different than Tomlin. Tomlin never had a losing season in Pittsburgh. Took him to the playoffs every year with horrible rosters and shitty quarterback play. And eventually they said, look, we need to make a change. And they got rid of Tomlin. So you can be successful in terms of a record and doing certain things as a coach and still get fired. It's absolutely true.
I like because you mentioned that. Now, when Andy was in Philadelphia, Andy had to be the general manager. He had to watch the books. He had to make sure he was the football operations guy, almost like the general manager. So he had all this responsibility. So when they fired him and the Chiefs picked him up, he was like, I don't want to be the general manager. Just make me the coach. Whatever players y'all bring in, I'll coach him. I don't want to be no general manager. That's why he had so much success. And, when he was with the Eagles, because he had to do everything. He had to be the general manager. Watson had to be the general manager.
I'm gonna add on to you what you said, Apostle, so everybody can understand what happened, what he was saying. I tried to tell some Eagle fans this before, they didn't listen to me. When Andy Reid took over as head coach, Howie Roseman was a rookie GM.
Yep.
He didn't know all the stuff that he know now. And I tried to tell some of the Philadelphia fans, Howie Roseman learned a lot of the stuff that he do from Andy Reid. I mean, like Andy Reid understood his job and the head coaching job. So it was really kind of, I know it's business and it's football, it is what it is, but it was kind of fucked up. I'm just being honest, to fire somebody who actually helped you become better as a GM.
Yeah.
That now, I don't know about some cold-blooded shit, but y'all tell me that ain't no cold-blooded shit.
Yeah.
Well, Swag, can I ask you a question?
Go ahead, first, bro.
I'm gonna say, who do we give credit to for winning the Super Bowl? Do we give it to the GM or do we give it to the coach who coached it?
We give it to the coach.
That's my point. When I think with Sirianni, these GMs, they build the team, but they don't coach the team. So you can build a team and put it on the field, but someone has to go out there and coach that team. My point.
Yeah.
So Harry Roseman was the GM under when Andy Reid was still there. But
Yes.
he didn't have all the power. He had the title. Andy Reid had all the power.
Mm-hmm.
And so when they fired Andy Reid, they demoted Harry Roseman and gave Chip Kelly the GM.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And then they came back that was a bad owner. That was stupid. So they gave Howard Roseman power again. Hey, you the GM now, and then he went on hired Doug Peterson and all this. That's why it's his show now. Like, yeah, we it was our bad. We shouldn't have hired that Chip Kelly guy and gave him all the power. And Chip Kelly he fucked up the Eagles organization, trading all these players and all that. Yeah, so they gonna let Howie do what he do because
Chip Kelly's problem is he tried to run an NFL team, and there's been players of this. Tried to run an NFL team like a college team.
Let me ask the Shoe Game. Shoe Game, he was an assistant GM, but Andy, he became the actual GM with Andy. I mean, so, but you're right though. He was an assistant at first. The point I'm trying to make is Andy Reid had a lot to do with Howard Roseman's career, a lot to do with it. I mean, so it's still the thing. You fire these coaches because you can't. Okay, we know that the Rams. We agree that the Rams, when they won a Super Bowl recently, or the last time they won it, when they beat the Bengals, we know that the Rams basically sold out. They bought a team. Like they bought
a ring.
They brought in Matthew Stafford. They brought in
Von Miller. You went out and got OBJ. They went out and got
They made damn sure they was gonna win a Super Bowl. Damn.
Went out and got Ramsey.
Ramsey was a few years before that, but if you want to include Ramsey, sure.
But I'm just saying
they was doing it,
right? Then they went into salary cap hell because of all those things that they did, but they won a Super Bowl. But as y'all can see, they just extended the coach for the Rams. They just extended the GM. And let's be honest, in both cases, nobody would even gave them time. After that Super Bowl win, the Rams were a debacle. Like it was like, okay, we gotta. Nobody wouldn't have gave. They gave them the time to rebuild that team the right way without being in salary cap hell, and now they're a contender again. So why don't I ask y'all a question? Why don't other teams do this? I mean, okay, so let's talk about
so.
Go ahead, Mr.
No,
Mason.
okay. One thing about that is the owners too, though, man. Kroenke, he owns like 4 or 5 other franchises. He owned like a soccer, a soccer team over in Europe and stuff like that. He owned the Avalanches, or some hockey team, but he owned a lot of different franchises.
Colorado.
And he hired good people. And you see the owners that keep turning over head coaches. They want to do it themselves instead of just hire some good guys and let the guys do what they do. They want to try to run the show. Like, man, y'all businessman. Make the money. Hire somebody to coach and let them coach and build a team. Stop trying to do that, Jerry Jones.
Oh, yeah.
Jerry Jones.
That's another one. He wants to get all the credit. And when everybody was giving Jimmy Johnson the credit, he got jealous. And then that's when the fallout happened between those two.
Apostle, he got butthurt.
Go ahead. You said it.
He got butthurt. That's what happened. He got butthurt because it wasn't him.
So y'all,
the whole Bad Boys and Death Row Records.
I understand. Right. I didn't want to say that, but thanks for saying it for me.
Right. So y'all watch this.
The owners all in the videos.
Here is what
right.
you're going to do.
I didn't want to say it. Thanks, Mr. Casey. I'm like, if I say that, they're gonna think something wrong with me.
I'm gonna share something with y'all, and it's gonna take the audience and you guys and put y'all in an uproar real quick, right? If the Buffalo Bills don't win the Super Bowl with Joe Brady, do y'all believe they're gonna fire Joe Brady?
Yep.
Yes.
Do y'all believe they're gonna fire Joe Brady and fire the GM?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
If they have a bad season,
that's why didn't nobody want to take that Buffalo job.
Because I really believe I mean,
that guy's an idiot.
Let me ask you this, JB, and all you guys, y'all, because we keep up with all this stuff. So you're talking about going into a job, and what gets me is Joe Brady knows he's on the hot seat already. He hadn't won or lost a game. He knows he's on the hot seat. I can tell that just by what he says. I take the challenge to take this team a little bit further or to go get them to where they're trying to get them to their destination.
Yeah.
It's a challenge.
Yeah. Okay, what we mean is you had Phillip Rivers come out of retirement, play 3 games, retires, and then says, "Hey," throws his hat or his ticket inside the hat and says, "Hey, give me a try. Fuck it, I'll take a run at it." And then Mike McDaniels, after he said, "Hey, I want to be the offensive coordinator for the Chargers," and dude said, "Hey, look, I'll even do you even better." Harbaugh was like, "Look, I will allow you to look for a head coaching job. If one comes open, you can go and interview for it, but you cannot go lateral. You cannot go and leave straight across the board." So Harbaugh did him a favor, and I was like, "Oh shit, dude, he's about to take this Buffalo job." And guess what? I guarantee you, both the motherfuckers went and had a layover in the airport, or they landed together, got the same Uber, was on the way there, and then they seen the ESPN thing come up. They seen the Twitter of the owner and the GM and all this, and they said, "Yeah, no." You had both of them both put in for that job, were on their way to Buffalo for an interview, and both of them took their names out of the interviewing process for the head coaching job. Then they didn't know what to do. Nobody entered it in, and I feel as they were just like, "Well, all right, Joe, well, here you go. We're just you're still here, so here you go. You're just nobody else wants it. Here you go." That's how that's my interpretation.
How many years of Joe Brady?
No.
How many years gonna get Joe Brady?
Stop. No. Stop right there. Because
He got 5 years.
So what happened? What happened with Rivers was that his mind wasn't. Hold on. Let me just get the picture up so you can put me in the big screen. Be right back. Give me a second.
All right, so guys, I like to give guys. He's a Buffalo fan. I want to hear what he has to take. I've already gave my take on Buffalo. And
no, I get that. I'm just saying, how many years did the owner give the quarterback and GM to win Super Bowl? They give him 3 years, 2 years?
3 years.
Sometimes more than that.
I mean, like, if you look, here's something y'all should understand. If a quarterback coach tandem stay together 5 years and they don't win the Super Bowl, they never win a Super Bowl.
Right.
Ever. Then nobody has ever been on a tandem for a coach and a quarterback for 5 years that didn't win a Super Bowl in their 5 year span. They didn't win a Super Bowl, period. I mean, it's I don't know how long Sean McDermott was there, but I know it was at least 5 years. So it's evident that you guys, this is what they're saying. The odds say that you're never going to win a Super Bowl.
Did you see, Swag, did you see the petition the Buffalo Bills fans drummed up to get Sean McDermott back his job with the Buffalo Bills?
I know it's a lot of people wanted Sean McDermott to be the coach. I didn't see the petition, but I know it's a lot of people wanted Sean McDermott to be the coach. I don't disagree. I never disagreed with Sean McDermott being fired. I think they was doing him a favor. You just don't realize that yet. Like they doing you a favor because you ain't get it done while you were there. A lot of it was your fault. Go somewhere else. Harbaugh was the same way. I thought that Baltimore was doing him a favor firing. I mean, like sometimes it's just you're not gonna get it done yet. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. You're coaching at a high level, but you're not bringing in high level accolades, and that's a problem. Go ahead, Kate. I mean,
hold on, let's switch to the big screen so y'all know what really happened. Cause I don't know what the hell we talking about. Anyways, how the hell you do this shit? There we go.
I mean, so it's let me explain that. Now explain what you were saying. Go ahead.
So pretty much, we had hella coaches that wanted the job. I don't know where we getting that we didn't. The coaches we wasn't. I don't really why people thought McDaniels was gonna get the job anyway. He didn't do good in Miami. I didn't think he was gonna get that anyway. It was no point even like entertaining that shit. Certain things I just don't entertain because it's obvious that a motherfucker's not gonna get the job. Joe Brady wasn't gonna get the job at first either. They gave Joe Brady a hard time also. It wasn't this a friendly Joe Brady. Go read up what Joe Brady was talking about. That shit was not hard. Was not easy for him. They gave them questions like, "Are you really gonna give us change?" Like it was a lot of coaches they had that they interviewed. We interviewed like 8 damn coaches, and it wasn't a bad idea. Phillip Rivers wasn't a bad idea either. I didn't think he was a bad idea at all. Sometimes Phillip Rivers wasn't mid, but he wasn't the Tom Brady. Them players somehow are great coaches out of the blue. But this is what happened with Phillip Rivers. Phillip Rivers then he had so many goddamn kids, and I knew this was gonna happen. He got so many goddamn kids. He got family, got a wife. And when you're a coach, you gotta be in the goddamn building 24/7. He wasn't gonna be able to do that. He knew he wasn't. And this is the proof right here. It wasn't about whatever the hell y'all was talking about. But yeah. It wasn't about Mike, but dang, like, come on, we gotta be for real. We gotta stop saying shit and be for real. Like, who the hell doesn't want a Buffalo Bills coach because the fucking owner? You still got Josh Allen.
So then why did Mike McDaniel
owner.
back out? Why Mike McDaniel's back out then?
I got that.
Because I mean, this is proof right here. You see why this. I mean, and the kids. I mean, I don't really buy the kids saying like, you know, he wouldn't do that because like, you know, coaches. I mean, like majority of his kids are older. I mean, he still has. And I know he's got 11 of them, but I mean, dude, like that's the choice. I mean, he played in the NFL, bro. He hardly seen him in then. You know, I mean, he coaches for high school, bro. He is trying to move up. He's said that before. You know, I think just at this point in time, you know, like the article says, at this point in time, he doesn't feel that he can give it his all. I don't think in anywhere, you know. But I mean, I think Phil Rivers would have been a better choice, to be honest.
I do too, but at the same time, bro, Mike McDaniel, I wasn't entertaining that shit. I didn't want him on a head coach anyway. That's not something I was going to entertain at all. I wasn't excited about that. I wasn't like, oh yeah, Mike McDaniel. Fuck no, I wasn't excited for that. I was like, no, like hell no. I'd rather see Joe Brady and Mike McDaniel. No.
Oh wait, K, what?
That's crazy.
The reason why I take Joe Brady over Mike McDaniel because he has a better. How can I say it?
A better experience with the team.
Yeah, with the team,
as
exactly.
a head coach, K's not ridiculous for saying that.
I would think so.
Nah, he's not ridiculous for saying Joe
Mike
Brady
McDaniel
over Mike McDaniel simply because of, first of all, Brady's been with the team. Everybody there knows him. Two, we just saw Mike McDaniel completely lose a locker room.
And also at the coach,
he has two to work with.
If you look at Joe Brady's history, Joe Brady has a really good history on the low. He has a very good history. So, and the way what Joe Brady's been doing lately with this team, I don't know if y'all been keeping up with Buffalo. I don't know what y'all been as signings. It's looking pretty good so far. He's giving me confidence. At first, I was mad as shit. I ain't gonna lie. I wanted the Jaguars off scoring than I was. But the way he's been talking, the way what they've been doing lately, I'm like, maybe a change is coming. Like maybe something was going on in there. Maybe Sean McDermott, it was his way, and that's it. Because Sean McDermott has his ways.
I know. Well, that's any Andy Reid descendant. They all like that. So I agree with that. But I will say this: he gets an advantage. I mean, y'all have an advantage, Kate. So does the Baltimore Ravens. They have an advantage. They have an advantage this year. And any other first-year head coach. Any first-year head coach starts 2 weeks. They can start their training camp, their spring training 2 weeks before everybody else. I mean, so y'all have an advantage. I mean, really. To me, I look at it as there's no excuses here. You can literally input an offense in 2 weeks. You can input an entirely different offense in 2 weeks and defense. I mean, so if you got smart enough players, and I'm pretty sure Buffalo has some smart players. So what the conversation has got for all the guys, people who are jumping on, conversation is about a microwave NFL. You want fast results. And sometimes you screw yourself when you want them fast results because if you have a methodical coach, I'll give y'all an example. I'm me personally, how I am, right? I used to, when I was younger, I wanted everything fast. Now I realize that some things has to take time and it has to develop, and you have to be patient while it's being done until you get to that point to where it explodes. And I'm learning, and I'm sure JB didn't learn it too. I didn't talk to JB about this. He learned that. I mean, because if you're dealing with anything of social media of any kind, you have to have patience and let it build, let it marinate, and let it move on. So, but when you're talking about the NFL, especially fan bases, I'll give y'all an example. Seattle Seahawks, McDonald, their coach. He's been a coach for Seattle for how long? 4 years now?
4 years, yeah.
Thought it was 2.
Oh, no, it's two. I'm sorry.
So it's 2 years, right? It's 2 years.
Yeah, because they fired Pete Carroll 2 years ago.
And he got them in the Super Bowl in 2 years, right? That doesn't make this situation any better because now every other team is going to look at a new coach and say, hey, they did it over in Seattle. Hey, they did it over in New England. It can be done. So why are you not doing it? You're fired. And that is crazy to me because let's take for instance, Dallas coach just took over last year, right? Obviously, we saw that these guys had a great all. So if he can't go this year and build the defense, and let me help you out, Dallas fans, if you're listening, if you put George Pickens on that franchise tag, don't be expecting y'all to have a good defense because you won't have one. Because you don't have no money. And the whole thing about it is now you got to go in the draft and you got to hit in the draft. And now these guys that coming in the draft, these skill positions, that they got to go out and ball out of control. Right? Because that's the only way you're going to have a great defense. And here's another thing I wanted to bring up to you guys, and this is going to be a panel joke. This is going to be another jolt. And I got Dylan on here now. It's going to be another jolt. If Liam Cohen don't make the playoffs next year, would they fire?
Liam Cohen, no.
Because this is a microwave NFL.
Yeah, but I still think no, Swag.
Well, I don't think so either, but I'm just telling you.
I wouldn't. I don't think Liam Cohen's actually on any type of hot seat at all. I think what he did with
hell no.
the turnaround that he did in Jacksonville and all this stuff, obviously Trevor Lawrence is finally looking like the golden boy that we all thought he was going to be out of the draft, that we all knew he had the potential to be.
No way they fire him, Chum. No way they fire him.
All right, Chum. Be real.
But watch this. No way they fire him, right? But what if you do it the next year? See, because the reason why
he misses the playoffs 2 years in a row.
Yeah, the reason why I'm asking is because they got a lot of contracts coming up. And when you have those contracts coming up and you can't keep everybody, and you have to basically what you're doing is kind of doing a small reset. And sometimes in that reset, you don't do well as a team. And it doesn't mean that you're a bad team. It just means that you have to give it time. Sort of like what I just explained about the Rams when they won the Super Bowl. They had to give it time to let these guys let it build back up. Do they give Lee and Cohen the time?
It's like y'all talking about the Jaguars coach, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I know one thing. They get rid of him. They some dumb asses. I like him as a coach. I don't like the quarterback.
I do too. But here's what I'm saying. Now listen to what I'm saying. I am not putting anything. I don't think the Jaguars will fire Lee and Cohen out the next year if they don't make the playoffs. I don't think so. But listen to what I'm saying. Dylan, you can tell me this, right? How many people coming up for contract this year?
They really only have they have two big ones, Swag.
That means it's next year.
Yeah, it's going to be next year for them. They're two big ones this year. And
Travis,
we kind of already know who's going to go, who's coming back. They're two big ones after they brought back their center. I forget his name. Cole Van Luren, I think is his name. But their two big ones were going to be between Etienne and Lloyd. They were going to bring one back, and the other one was likely going to walk.
Okay.
And now Devin Lloyd, in the money that he is apparently asking for, looks like he's going to be the one that walks. So they're going to have to replace Devin Lloyd, which is a giant gap in that defense. So they'll have to replace Devin Lloyd, and they'll probably bring back Travis Etienne on another deal.
Okay. So what about next year? Because isn't Trevor
Lloyd pissed because they didn't pick up his 5th-year option either, though. They didn't believe in him. So he's trying to get that money.
Well, I mean, it's the same thing too. The Jaguars did that to themselves with both players, honestly. If you hadn't been so public about shopping ETN at the start of the year, there's a chance that maybe ETN would have came back this year on a team deal to stay with the team, and you could have had the money to bring back Lloyd. And this vice versa with the 5th-year option with Devin Lloyd, where if you picked up his 5th-year option, it's not that big of a deal. Maybe you can work out a deal with ETN, but now because you've dug yourself in that hole, because you don't believe in the talent that you have, you're going to have to let one of them walk. I don't know. Someone else would have to, because I'm busy right now, but someone else would have to look up their contracts next year.
Dylan can tell me. Dylan, tell me. What's going on next year?
I'm busy right now too, brother. I'm shopping right now. Sorry.
I think.
Well, I gotta drop you down, brother. Hold on. I gotta get some other people up here.
Oh, you're good.
All right.
This Patriots fan, man.
Hey, Swag,
I'm trying to get my birthday plans together. So my birthday is tomorrow. So
happy birthday,
happy birthday, brother.
Happy birthday, man. I think maybe Jacoby Myers is eligible for another deal.
All right. I'll talk to you guys later.
No, he got extended. I'm bugging. He got extended.
I mean, so I'm just trying to get take it easy to positive. I'm just trying to get everybody to understand closely. Your coach can be fired even though he did well because it's a microwave NFL. Now look at the AFC and how stacked it is right now. It's gonna get more. It's gonna get more. It's gonna be other teams. Tennessee gonna jump up there. The Chiefs are coming back. It's gonna be a lot of different people in the AFC. So how in the world?
You heard that, King Save. So don't get too comfortable.
I mean, how in the world are you who's gonna be firing who? Like, is Aaron Glenn? Is he on the hot seat?
I was just about to say something about him, Swag. You know what's crazy? What the Patriots just did. If I'm Aaron Glenn, I'd be kind of pissed a little bit because you know how the NFL, like you've been talking, NFL been firing people pretty fast. And a lot of Jets fans, I don't know why Jets fans are doing this. Y'all don't have the pieces yet. You gotta let it build. They want him gone already too. You don't know what y'all have until you let it build up. And guess what? They gonna give him and I'm not trying to bring this, but he's a black coach, so you ain't got enough time, brother. So they gonna give him a hard time now because Mike Vrabel just did something. So
Mike Vrabel just did something, and he
just went the whole year without having an interception, and he's a DB coach. He played DB, and he was a defensive coordinator, and his defense went a whole year with and without defensive guys. I get that, but they were there half the year, and neither time could they get a fucking interception. That dude's junk.
I mean, so hold on, JB. Star.
Yes, sir.
Star, first time on the show?
Yes, sir.
All right, so if it's your first time on the show, then I tell everybody is don't use the N-word at all.
Yes,
so do you hear what we talking about?
Yes, sir.
We talking about if you don't know, we talking about a microwave NFL. Coaches shouldn't be on the hot seat. Like, I mean, like
the day with Aaron Glenn is the fact that you're a defensive coach to go a whole year without interception. It's a little skeptical. It's a little suspicious because it's just like, what's the word, Bree? It's just like
they had
you came from an elite defense on the Lions. So you know how to run a defense. You was sitting down on the bench about quarter four because your defense was doing so good. So for you to go up, for you to have the year that you have, and then not have an interception, I feel like you should be on the hot seat. Not because of the color of your skin. It's just like people have a little bit more expectations for you.
Are you gonna put context to that or no?
So here's the thing. JB and y'all hear me for a second. I'm a coach, you're a head coach. This is not my team. I just took over a team. I inherited a team. Now I get the part about the no interceptions. That's unacceptable. I understand that. But can I get my squad in there first before y'all judge me? Can I get the people that I want before y'all judge me?
No.
Be honest. Well, watch this.
Said no.
They moved away. Hold on. They moved away from Sauce Gardner.
Microwave league.
Which was a dumb move. It was a dumb move.
No, it wasn't.
Not really.
I don't think it's a dumb move. I ain't gonna lie. I thought Sauce would read this.
I mean, it all depends on what they do.
I just want to say this about Sauce Gardner. Y'all love to hold double standards to players, right? And when we talk about Joey Porter, he holds. No. But when we talk about Sauce Gardner, that's an all-pro season, right?
But
when we talk about XX and X players, and really quick, because I wanted to say this, when we talk about the no interceptions, I could tell you off the top of my head 5 times the Jets dropped picks this year. The Jets dropped a lot of interceptions. That defense, it's not all on Aaron Glenn. It's really not. You have to put context to some things, man.
I'm just saying that give me at least 3 years. Just give me 3 years. Let me go through 2 drafts myself before I mean, don't even hire me if you're gonna fire me out there. If I'm in the hot seat the second year, don't hire me. Just don't hire me. This team was in disarray. And by the way, I agree with Sauce Gardner and the Quinn Williams, not because of the talent, because of the freaking money. Like
they stacked up on picks.
Picks, that's what I would get. If you're gonna rebuild, get picks though. Get rid of those guys and get picks. And that's what they did. So
and look at the player they got back in return. AD Mitchell came over and was hooping.
And Adam said they was bottom in sacks too. Again, the Jets was bottom in everything. Y'all are making my case for me. If I'm taking over a team like that, and I'm the bottom of everything, you expect me to actually do that shit in 1 year? And wait, I can't even go get free agents because I don't have no money.
Hey, he gonna get that Herm Edwards treatment though.
I mean,
he gonna get that Herm Edwards treatment. You bring you in, they're gonna bring him in to rebuild, and he's a scapegoat. When they got new talent in there, they're gonna let him go. That's what the Chiefs did with the Herm Edwards and stuff like that. I'm like, man.
How many picks did they get for Sauce again? I forgot.
They got 3 firsts.
So it all depends on what they do with those.
They got 2 first rounders.
Or 2 firsts. They got 2 firsts and a first rounder for Quinnen. Sorry.
If they choke those picks, then the trade was nothing. You know.
If they choke them picks, fire him because you know what? That's on him.
That's the GM though. That ain't Aaron Glenn. That's the GM though.
You know what I'm saying? If you bring in the talent, right? And the talent is there, and you can't get the best out of the talent, then you got it. Then I'm sorry, it's time for you to go. I mean, it is, but I don't think that's going to be the case at all, man. I think Aaron Glenn is going to build a culture there. I do. I mean, but if you give him time,
yeah, I can tell you a couple plays when they played us, they could have got an interception.
Like, bro, they dropped 3 against Pittsburgh in the first game of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Sauce dropped 1 of them.
Joey Porter would never.
Hey, that's my goat. Like I said, man, when Sauce Gardner holds, it's an all-pro season. But when Joey Porter does it, he's overrated.
I'm just trying to get you guys to understand something and understand well. What if? Let me ask you a question. What if Robert Saleh goes to Tennessee, right? And he got Daboll as his offensive coordinator, and they don't do good their first year.
One of the 2 of them might be fired. It's unfortunate, but
what was the question again?
So in other words, we want to fire Aaron Glenn after the first year. We do. Like everybody, he's on a hot seat. Frisbro said it's just like if firing a head coach after the first year who doesn't have a quarterback, you want to fire him. Okay, so that means Robert Saleh is on the hot seat then. He's on the hot seat, and he got Daboll and himself. If he go over there, and I'm gonna be honest with you, Tennessee has talent on that defensive side of the ball. They have
a lot of talent.
On the offensive side of the ball. The Jets didn't have no talent. I'm telling y'all right now, there's no position that I can see that, like other than receiver, and that was it. I mean, like so. I'm just saying, if we're gonna
when they do get fired, though, at least they know they get another interview somewhere else.
Right. I mean, so that's what I'm asking you guys. Is Robert Saleh on the hot seat?
No.
I don't.
I mean, Daboll maybe, but it depends, I guess. It wouldn't be Robert Saleh, I don't think.
Daboll is either because I don't think Daboll have a hard time even developing Cam Ward. Daboll is really good at developing quarterbacks. That's
that's what I'm saying. I'm asking you guys why he's not on the hot seat. This is his first year, and he got talent.
Yeah, no.
No, I don't think he's on the hot seat.
It doesn't matter who your coach is. If you're a first-year head coach and you don't win right away, your fans are going to want you fired. But, I mean, fortunately, GMs and owners are smarter than that most of the time.
And that's what I'm saying about Jets fans. Like, y'all
like, oh, he didn't win, fire him.
Whatever. Go ahead, Swag.
I mean, I'm just saying, if we're gonna hold apples to apples, I didn't believe at the time that Robert Saleh got fired from the Jets. I did not agree. I agreed with it, but I didn't agree with it. And let me tell you why. I agreed with it because he had been there, 2 years, right?
3, I thought.
3 years or so. So he had been there 3 years. So that is enough time. But then when I did a little bit more research and I realized that his general manager was horrible, and I was like, well, hold on, pump the brakes, because we saw this with our own eyes. The Jets had a monster defense and no offense, and they said that a quarterback would fix it. Instead of fixing it with a quarterback who is definitely under 40, and let's get something straight. Aaron Rodgers, he proved that at Pittsburgh. But if you bring in there and you say, okay, I'm gonna bring in Aaron Rodgers, I know I have to protect him. So if I can't protect him, he cannot do the things that he's doing. So therefore, I bring in Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers notices the BS right up front. Like, this is bullshit. Like it is what it is. And the next thing you know, Robert Saleh gets fired.
It also doesn't help, Swag, when you bring in a quarterback that wants to override everything the head coach does. Robert Saleh is a very good leader. Aaron Rodgers likes to be in a leadership role. The reason that it worked this year is just because, unlike a lot of other coaches in the league, Mike Tomlin has the reputation. At that point in time, Saleh didn't have as good of a reputation as Tomlin does now.
So respect.
That Rodgers and Tomlin were able to coexist. But with Saleh, Rodgers sees him as somebody that he can use at any point in time. And that's not how Saleh wanted to be.
Go ahead.
I said that's just not how Saleh wanted to be. Rodgers saw Robert Saleh as somebody that he could usurp at any time that he wanted, and then he could trump it any time that he wanted. And that's not Robert Saleh.
But it's still the same. Robert Saleh got fired.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely.
I'm sticking to what I'm saying. It's 3 years I get fired, and the organization, he actually almost had it built. He almost had it built.
They had a top 10 defense every year he was there.
I do agree with one thing what Jam said, and I've been saying this for a minute. Some coordinators are really not meant to be head coaches, and the biggest one I always say is the Chiefs defensive coordinator. I think he's the best. He's a huge, great defensive coordinator, but a head coach, leave that shit alone. Like, don't touch it.
Spagnuolo.
I feel like you should know your weakness and your strengths, and your strength is defensive coordinator. You know,
I think another good one is Cliff Kingsbury. Okay.
Yeah.
Cliff Kingsbury is a good OC, but he just isn't a good head coach.
I love
and that's okay.
Isaac said Josh McDaniels, you're right. He's a horrible head coach, but he is a good coordinator. I mean, and Jim, I get what Jim is saying. I understand why some of the disagreement here, and we're having a great debate. I'm just trying to get you guys to understand. No quarterback to me, no coach to me. If you're gonna hire me, and especially in an organization that's in disarray, if you're gonna hire me, if it's total in disarray like the Jets, you're giving me 5 years. If it's just okay, I need a good head coach in here to get the culture changed, I want 3 years. But you can't say I'm gonna do it in one goddamn year. I can't do it. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. So we say Mike Vrabel came to New England and he built the team in 1 year. Mike Vrabel had experience.
But see, with the Jets though, if correct me if I'm wrong, doesn't one brother run it like every other year, 2 years, another brother comes on and runs it every other year?
I do not know how the Jets work.
I'm pretty sure that's how it works, actually. So you got to look at. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's how it works. How the Jets have been running it for quite some time. One Woody brother runs it, one like every 2 years. You know, when they swap or however they do it, it's never consistently one running it, right? So, I mean, you got. It's like me and Swag running a business. He wants to run it one way. Here, you can run it how you want to for 4 years. I'll run it how I want to for 4 years. You just happen to be a coach who gets signed between them 4 years. I don't like you. You're gone. It don't matter. I don't gotta give you 5 years because that was my brother. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. I don't know. I just see the Jets are just messed up, dude. I'm tired of them.
And that's what I'm saying. That's you hit it right there, JB. The Jets are messed up. Like it's gonna take somebody. It may take 2 people to come off in there to rebuild it. Go ahead, Jim. I want to hear what you got to say, brother.
You're gonna need Jesus Christ to save that franchise.
He's not lying.
JM, what's up?
Hey, how you doing, Swag?
What's happening, brother?
No, I just wanted to comment on a couple things real quick. Somebody said something about Kingsbury not being a good head coach. He's only been a head coach one time. I mean, they got to learn. I mean, at least give the guy an opportunity for a second, because they learn things and they change things. So sometimes the second time around is a lot better than the first time. You know what I'm saying? Also, with Aaron Rodgers and Saleh, those two had a great friendship or whatever you want to call it. It had nothing to do with Rodgers wanting to trump Saleh at all. In fact, the owner of the Woody Johnson, he wanted Rodgers benched. Saleh told him no. That's ultimately why he got fired. It wasn't because of Rodgers wanted him fired or anything like that. That's a media BS thing because of Rodgers' politics. So everything is Rodgers this and that and everything else, and it's not true. Rodgers had nothing, no ill will against Saleh at all. That's a media narrative BS thing.
So I have a question about the Kingsbury thing. Yeah, sure, you could give him a second opportunity, but we don't know what that second opportunity looks like yet, A. And B, I have a ton of other evidence that has actually happened that supports the fact that Cliff Kingsbury as an OC has worked more than once, and the only time that he was a head coach, he A, completely lost the locker room, and B, had a bad relationship with his quarterback.
Cliff Kingsbury only works one good year and then he falls off the next.
How can you say he lost?
Even as an OC, every time he has worked as an OC, he's falling off the next year.
I'm over here in Arizona.
Really?
I'm in Arizona. He didn't lose the locker room. Kyler Murray, first of all, didn't read the playbook.
Right, he to be Call of Duty.
But a few minutes. And it's recorded that he only turned that thing on a few minutes. Okay, so most of all that was Kyler Murray being immature. After his injury, he came back. He was a completely different player. He was doing Call of Duty. And this past year, again, he wasn't doing Call of Duty. He was actually a different player. But injuries, but no, what's his name? Kingsbury, he never lost the locker room. And I hear it every day of his story about that.
Yeah, just Arizona, man. It's the GM and it's
local news. I hear it. He never lost the locker room.
That's just a bad franchise ownership wise and stuff like that, man. It ain't the coach. Kingsbury got a bad situation though, you know.
Yes.
So like
you
can't judge it.
What the second opportunity looks like because the opportunity ain't arrived yet.
I hate how y'all so easily judge somebody off of one stint of somewhere else. Like it's their first time. It went bad. Okay, cool. Oh, he's gonna be a bad coach forever. How you don't know? You don't know that. Just because that was a bad organization. He did okay.
Again, he had his year two with Daniels in the offense, and it turned to shit.
But that's not right.
I can't. But
he's not the head coach, though. He's not the head coach.
It doesn't matter with the offensive coordinator, bro. That's what I said. I said.
I'm talking about offensive coordinator. I'm talking about head coach, though.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, JDB, but that's something that I think you have to put context to with what the Commanders dealt with this year. Like I think maybe they played a total of 3 games.
But there's
together. JD, Terry,
it was 3 games. It was 3 games. Mm-hmm.
Like they played like maybe a total of 3 games together. Like I wouldn't judge his ability as an OC just off of this year. I would honestly say that last year serves more to a credit than this year's discredit, just because of what they dealt with in terms of the injuries.
But you gonna judge him as a head coach off of his last job?
I'm going all around every time that he's had, even when he was the offensive coordinator.
Then you should judge his offensive coordinator off of this season too. Then
hold on, this is what I want y'all to stop cutting each other off. Like I can't even understand. I can't even follow the conversation. Now go before Miss Casey. Hold on, we're gonna come back. JB, what were you saying?
None.
Now go ahead, Miss Casey. Hello, Miss Casey.
Yeah, my bad. No, my question is, so he said he judged him. He's not gonna judge him off of this season as an offensive coordinator, but you judge him off his last year as a head coach and say he's bad head coach, and he had a bad year as offensive coordinator. He's a bad offensive coordinator. You can't move goalposts. You know what I'm saying? So like you can't pick and choose when you're gonna judge somebody off of one stint.
Yeah, so there's multiple things in that statement that I never actually said. One, I never said he was a bad head coach. I said he's better as an OC than he is as a head coach, which I do find to believe true. And 2, I never said I'm not judging him based off of this year. I said I would more rather judge him based off of last year's performance as an offensive coordinator than this year. And I gave you the context with that statement being that this year, the 3 players that offense was supposed to revolve around, Jaden Daniels, Terry McLaurin, and Deebo Samuel, played probably a combined 3 games together where they were all there. Team was not healthy. So I'm putting context to why I'm saying that.
And I can add to, I don't know, can I add something to a Sweat?
Okay, go ahead.
So I know y'all, I talk about the Commanders. I watch Commanders. I like the Commanders. It is. They played 3 games. Also, it is context for this team. A lot of injuries. They only played 3 games together. And then sometimes that Cliff, you only could do so much what you have. So Cliff, he played a couple games. Like when Jaden Daniels was out, Terry was out. When they played the Broncos, they sent that shit to overtime. So certain games, he coached up a hell of a game. But you only could do what you can do because they had hella injuries, a lot of injuries.
I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. Washington Commanders thought that Cliff didn't do a good job. They fired him. So
didn't he get fired?
Yeah,
Has he been fired from
it was quote unquote
every
mutual
job though? Do you keep somebody that doesn't do good, or you fire somebody that does good? I mean, do you fire somebody that does good, or you keep somebody that's trash? I mean, I'm just confused here.
His peak was college, in my opinion.
It was. His peak was with Mahomes, and then since then, he's kind of not been shit.
Yeah,
and it's been. He doesn't develop quarterbacks. He does not develop quarterbacks. He gets 1 year with them and gets them up there, and then it's like they get all this film, and he doesn't advance. He expects. I don't know what he expects. He continues the same repetitive thing with his game plan, with everything, with his offense. He doesn't change anything. He isn't putting wrinkles. They got all the game plan on him every single time. Every single quarterback that he's fucking coached hits a wall.
Let me ask y'all a question. How long have Cliff Kingsbury been in the league?
What, like 5 years?
No, I think like 7 years.
Yeah, I think
like
8 years.
He came in right after Mahomes.
Yeah, same as Mahomes.
He was at Texas Tech and USC, I believe.
Yeah,
Texas
Tech,
so
USC,
so like
then,
6 years. I'm gonna say 6 years.
Yeah, then it was Arizona, and then it was.
So here's why I'm just gonna ask this question, and then y'all will see where I basically stand, because I don't dislike Cliff Kingsbury as offense coordinator at all. So now as a head coach, I don't know, because I don't think he's prepared enough for that. But I'm gonna ask you this: do y'all think if you had to take Cliff Kingsbury over Matt Nagy, which one would you take?
Kingsbury.
Say it again, Sweat.
In other words, I'm putting this into context of how I look at it. Is Matt Nagy a good play caller, or is Cliff Kingsbury a good play caller? Which one we can say that we can trust on the play calling? Because really what it comes down to, if Cliff Kingsbury is calling the plays and he has the personnel, because there's a lot of things on both. Here's what I can say about this whole debate. 2 people can be right, because it is true that he can't develop. I haven't seen him develop not one quarterback. Right?
He hasn't.
But I have seen Cliff Kingsbury call some serious damn plays in a year's time. Now I have seen Kingsbury have his offense as a top-notch offense in the league. I've seen all those things. So back to what JM said. JM said this: at some point, do we believe that if people keep doing the same thing and they start getting better? Because we can say right now that Cliff Kingsbury is not a good coach, and he's really not a good offense coordinator if we're going by the standards of, hey, I've seen what he did, but we taking out the part of he actually is still learning, and we got to admit he ain't never coached under nobody. He was never how do we say? He was never mentored. He just came in the league just calling plays, right? I mean, because a lot of these guys that became real good, they were mentored. So can we give him? Let's give him a little bit of time. Maybe he's with the wrong offense. Maybe he's, because I'm gonna be honest, the Commanders went to shit because he was there. Yeah. So it's a sense that both of you guys can be right?
I have a.
And I'm just saying, it's a sense that both of y'all can be right.
I got a question for you, Swag. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry, I'm gonna let you in. Do you feel probably Kingsbury for his particular offense, he needs a specific type of quarterback, and probably because Jalen James was hurt or things of that nature, probably needs a specific type of quarterback to run his system to be successful? Would you think that?
Hey, that's a good point, Enrico. But not only just a quarterback, I think he needs more than that. It's in other words, I need a certain type of receiver. I need a certain quarterback. I need a certain running back. Because Cliff Kingsbury, to be honest with you, he ain't really into the running game. He ain't really running the ball.
His running game is fucking horrible.
Yeah, his running game is terrible.
So he needs a certain. I mean, that means your running back got to be more of a catching the ball out of the backfield kind of back. I mean, like in other words, what I'm saying is, and this goes to any offensive coordinator and any defensive coordinator, if you do not have the personnel.
Correct. That's the only reason I asked that question, because if you don't have it, it might be a detriment to his success. I'll let him play and let you go.
No. All seriousness with everybody, right? JB, you got to vouch to this. Spags didn't have everybody he needed last year. He needs certain people to be able to run that scheme, and I guarantee you get them this year. He has to have certain people, and they know what they need.
Yeah, he also got a 5-year extension, you know what I'm saying? And somebody else got fired.
I mean, what I'm saying is, Cliff Kingsbury has to go to a team. They have to be, and here's what's crazy about them firing Cliff Kingsbury, because I didn't think the Commanders should have fired him. When you looking at that old sorry ass defense they had, did you see how bad that defense was?
Their best player was 40-some-year-old Bobby Wagner.
I mean, and Bobby Wagner can't. Don't even get me started on that. All I'm saying is, at some point we got to look at maybe. In other words, and I know this happens, and I don't know how often, but at some point, coaches come to owners and say, or go to coaches if they're not a head coach and say, "Hey, man, I need this. I need this player."
But one last question, Swag. But don't you feel a great offensive coordinator, sorry to cut you off, should be able to adjust to his personnel and come up to things that might work, by looking at what he has and try to make that work?
You know what? You're 100% right, but let me help you out. Even with that, you cannot be the force that you are capable of being unless you have the right people in that system.
Right. You can coach up all day long, but if you don't have the right personnel, somebody's still not going to work. It's going to work for a second.
So I agree. I agree with you. I agree with certain things. Like Swag, I know you saying about the firing, but with Cliff, I wasn't mad that they fired Cliff, and it's a reason why. I don't like offensive coordinators that can't run the ball. I can't stand that shit. Like, this is why I didn't want Brian Daboll back. When we had Brian Daboll, his run game was so horrible. Like, it was bad. We didn't have no run game at all. It was all passing. And you need the run game during the season. I mean, look at the Chiefs. Y'all need your running game back up. You know what y'all doing? You can't sometimes quarterbacks need a breather. Like, you need a run game. You need to have your team balanced. So Cliff ass started being more like, you knew what he was going to do. Like, I knew he was going to run the ball. The team, everybody knew his ass was going to run the ball. So I wasn't mad that they fired him. And if you seen, they made a move too. Like, I know the defense is fucking horrible. Need to work on that too. But Cliff started to be more stale. Like, it started being the same shit. And I'm like, all right, Cliff, this kind of getting annoying. Like, the team know what you about to do. And they got a new GM, new owner, all that shit. So they not going for that bullshit. They just went to that. They was just in the NFC Championship. They're not going for a shitty season again. They want to win. They want to get that team ready now.
Who's the run game coordinator? Because a lot of these OTs have those.
What the hell is this?
So it's not necessarily on Dabo or on Kingsbury. A lot of these guys, Shanahan, for instance.
It's crazy because a lot of them guys
before he went to Miami.
A lot of them guys got fired from that office coordinator, defensive coordinator. A lot of them guys got fired. They're not. The Commanders, they see what's in that division. They see the Eagles. They see the Cowboys. They're trying to be ready now. So all that, all they doing, all that. Hey, we're gonna have a shitty ass run game. They're not going for it. They got new on all that shit. They trying to get it ready now.
Hey, King Safe.
Yes, sir.
Hey, let me drop down. Let me bring Coach up here.
I got you, brother.
All right.
And also, when you got a quarterback like JD5, that's talent. That's fucking talent right there. You can see the talent. They trying to get that shit ready. They not all that bullshit you doing. No.
So here's the thing. I know I love how this show just takes a mind of its own. There's great debates going on here. I mean, it does. It just takes a mind of its own. What the show is about is guys, is it a microwave NFL? Is it a microwave NFL? Do teams?
If you want to bring King Safe back up, I'm probably gonna go get something to eat here in a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, I got one more thing to say is all.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. Y'all have a great rest of y'all day. Coach.
Take it easy, Cody.
Blessed day.
Peace, Cody.
K, Mr. Corgus, KC.
How you doing, brother?
JB, El Rico, JM. Y'all have a good one, all right?
You have a blessed one, bro. Bless, man.
So go ahead, Mr. Corey. You said you got one more thing to say. Go ahead, Mr. Corey.
Sometimes it works out for people. Like, Anthony Weaver really wanted to be the head coach of the Baltimore Ravens, but they hired Minner, but now he's their defensive coordinator, and I think that'll work out good for him because he can do what he wants and doesn't have the pressure now of being the head coach. He's on the team he wanted to be. He wanted to be their head coach, man.
So now, Ms. Corey, you just brought up a whole new subject. Y'all know how I am with the Shockers, right?
But no pressure on him now. He can just run the defense. He's on the team he wants to be on.
So guys, do we take the first year head coach for the Baltimore Ravens and say, he on the hot seat?
Man, he's in trouble, I think, because I don't think the Ravens are going to be all that great. But
I'm asking the panel. Y'all think he's on the hot seat? Because
I don't think so. It's his first year. How can somebody be on the hot seat their first year?
No. I don't want to hear all that because
it happens.
You know why? They fired the head coaches the first year in New England. They was talking about firing Eric Glenn last year. Like, so that's what I'm trying to. Enrico,
I got you.
You're 100% right. That's
Makes
what
no
we're
damn
talking
sense.
about. Are we not patient enough to let these guys build a damn team?
The owners aren't.
No, they're not. No, listen. This is a microwave society in its totality. We live in a microwave society, period. Everything is I want it right now. Nobody wants to put in the time and wait for it to build and work for it. That's just the transfer portal. All that stuff is showing you microwavable society. Transfer portal is what? It's a microwave. Oh, they're not giving me no playing time. I'm a transfer. Oh, this school don't want to give me playing time. I'm a transfer. Oh, this coach don't like me. I'm a transfer.
Oh, I got something about that portal, coach, but you go ahead. I got a feeling about that portal.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like the transfer portal. There was a kid on Ohio State. I don't know his name, but there was a kid on Ohio State, and he was a senior this year. It was his third school, dog. Ohio State was his third school in 4 years. His third school. Like you just jumping, like you just jumping from team to team to team, dog.
Because coach, I feel about that transfer portal. I know it's off topic, but I feel that a player should be there at least 2 years unless the coach leaves. Now, if you come and that coach leaves that same season, and then you want to go to another school, cool, because you probably came there because of that coach. Well, other than that, you should be at a school at least 2 years before you get that portal. This is my opinion. I don't want to change the thing. That's just my opinion about that portal, dog.
Right, but we were just talking about, Swag said this is a microwave society. Yeah, it's a microwave game. Yes, it's a microwave game. This is why coaches get fired after one season. This is why coaches get fired in the middle of the season. This is why coaches get fired after a year and a half and all this other crap. Nobody wants to build anything. It is what have you done for me lately? Is what have you done for me lately this year, right now? Not in the last 2-3 years. What have you done for me lately right now? And because society is that way, it's going to filter down to the sports because that's how society is.
Paul, what's going on, man?
Hey, not a bunch, man. Listen to you guys. Good show so far.
It's every morning, 9 a.m. If you don't want this show, you also can go to Not Move Podcast. They on all day, 24/7. We're gonna talk about real football. We're gonna talk about real football subjects. And by the way, just to let you know, Paul, JB don't know this yet, But Saturday morning at 9 o'clock is going to be a big show, 3 hours long, about the Super Bowl. Because I'm not talking about the Super Bowl every day. There's nothing to talk about. There's nothing to talk about. Nothing. Zero.
Yeah.
Nothing.
I got you.
Hey, Swag, can I ask Paul a question?
Go ahead, Paul. Go ahead, Kate.
Paul, are you a Raiders fan?
You better believe it, buddy.
I knew it. And it don't take nobody take it no way. Everybody know Raiders fans got that accent. They don't play. Raiders don't play. Don't play.
Like,
you know how we roll.
So Paul, when you hear everything that we're talking about, you guys are in the middle of this right now. Like,
well, I did. I got you guys. Really interested me was the topic on Clinton Kingsbury, because you all know that right now the Raiders are they're hiring Clinton Kubiak as the new head coach. I'd love to have Clinton. Yeah, I'd love to have Clinton Kingsbury as his offensive coordinator, because I think what Clinton Kingsbury brings to the table is creativity, okay? But what he's been lacking is an offensive-minded head coach, and an offensive-minded head coach coming in, pairing up with Kingsbury, plus a brand new shiny toy, with Fernando Mendoza,
right?
And you're building, hey, why not, man? To throw all the cards on the table and let it roll.
And you know what's funny? You got Gentry over there. You got probably arguably one of the best tight ends over there.
Oh yeah, you got Bowers over there. He's rocking right now.
So you got some weapons to play with. On the defensive side of the ball, y'all got to do some work. But I don't. But here's my thing: I don't expect Kubiak to come over there and rebuild the Raiders in one goddamn year. I just don't.
No.
So
I'll take it. I'll take it a step further if you want to hear how radical I am.
Oh, you're radical. Go ahead.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Trade Max Crosby.
Oh.
I say trade Max Crosby. Let's get
to the Chiefs. Send him to the Chiefs.
Capital.
I'll give him what you want for him.
Not to the Chiefs. Ain't trading him to the Chiefs. No.
Come on to the Chiefs kingdom. There you go. We'll take him. We got a nice pick. We got a nice round pick for him.
That's not a crazy take, bro, because Jimmy Johnson wanted to trade Dan Marino when he first came to the Dolphins.
Yeah.
So it's not a crazy thing to say, bro. Ownership just wouldn't let him do it. So it's not crazy, bro.
I know.
Man, there's too much talent between
inside the box. I hear you. But something. I'm looking at the Chiefs are what? They're a top 10 draft team this year, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Number 9.
Okay, that's too far down. I want to go between 1 and 5.
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen.
Between 1 and 5. They give up a number 1. Maybe I'm asking too much. I take a number 1 this year, a number 1 next year, and a 2 this year, and a 3 next year for Crosby. And I start building that offensive line in Vegas.
Sold. Give it to you.
I like everything he's saying. You're not gonna get all
Welcome
that.
to San Francisco, Crosby.
I know. Hey, I can dream. No one can take my dreams away.
No. I'm just saying somebody will give you that. It ain't gonna be the Chiefs, but somebody will give you that. I mean, so
welcome to San Francisco.
If he's smart, he's gonna stay away from San Francisco. Stay away from
Bears will give you something like that, bro.
Hey, JB, you watch your mouth.
Yeah, well, anyway,
Hey, y'all's luck, bro. You get him, and he run out there in the field for practice and fall in.
You watch your mouth. I will hunt you down. I will hunt you down.
Hey, Max is a dog.
Don't you put that bad juju on us.
Okay, Max is a dog. You know something? That dog, that tank is starting to get close to the E.
But I feel the Bears will give you something like that because the Bears are a pass rusher or 2 away from being real good. So he might give you something like that.
We screwed up one time already with the damn Bears.
Paul,
I hear you.
Hold on for a second. I want to address something in the audience. So for those of y'all who haven't been on my show, first of all, let me just share y'all. For those who are first-time people on the show, We have subjects like this every day because we're going to talk about football, not just the moment of football. We talk about football in general. Everybody on here know that we talk about football in general, not just what's going on for the moment. But I want to share something with you guys, and I'm going to answer the question myself because I like what Paul is talking about. See, that's the problem when most people don't have that they have. You get to the point where you feel like certain players are just not expendable at all. But the truth of the matter is, he said, why would the Raider fan dream of trading Crosby? Let me explain something to you. Crosby gets $35 million a year. Don't get it twisted. Crosby is worth every damn penny. I am not saying he's not. I'm not saying it at all. But if you look at it in a business from a business standpoint, Crosby is what, 31, 32 years old? Like that. Yep. So if I trade him to the right team, they give me what I want back. Buffalo. You would actually benefit, not right then, in the long run for that trade. Now, how do I know this? Coach gonna look. The Dallas Cowboys build a dynasty with the start of trading Herschel Walker. They traded Herschel Walker. They got 5 picks for him. They also still traded Steve Walsh later. And
actually, Swag, that Herschel Walker trade, I would like to point out, that Herschel Walker trade, after everything was said and done, that one trade turned into 22 picks.
So when you have that everybody can agree with this. If I do this right, I can build a team in 2 years.
Yes.
I mean, in 2 years, I may suffer 6 or 7 winning season the next year, and then now all those trades and all those picks start developing, and the next year I come out and I'm a powerhouse. And you're trying to figure out what happened. Max Crosby got traded. That's
it's
what
a
happened.
business.
I can give you a team Max Crosby can go to.
Because I don't know. I mean, I don't know how old everybody is on the panel, but when Jimmy Johnson traded away Herschel Walker, he was seen as a young fool who didn't know nothing about football and was just going to ruin Tom Landry's legacy in the Cowboys. And him and Jerry Jones were going in the wrong direction, and they were about to be a losing team forever. And they went from 1-15 to 7-9 to Super Bowl off of that Herschel Walker trade. Mm-hmm. They went 1-15, 7-9, Super Bowl.
Yep. And Coach, my Dolphins wanted to do the same thing. Jimmy, when he came to the Dolphins, I said it again, he wanted to trade Dan Marino because Dan Marino was up near the ending of his career and he still had high value. He wanted to trade Dan Marino and get a whole bunch of picks, but ownership wouldn't let him do it, bro. He wanted to do the same thing. When
it was all said and done, the Cowboys had gotten 22. It was 18 or 22 picks over the next couple of years off that Herschel Walker trade. They had it was a total of 18 to 22 picks that they got, and off them 18 to 22 picks, like I said, they went 1-15, 7-9, Super Bowl.
So guys, let me explain something to y'all. Let me have it for a second. For everybody who's on the show, I didn't get Joe's. I didn't even give you a chance to talk. What you got? Anything you want to say?
Oh, I mean, I was mostly just up here to respond. I was gonna say that, I put a big blame of the reason why everything is so microwave in the NFL right now on the fans, because the fans suck and they're impatient. And now you have all these analytics guys in the front office who don't know how to make decisions for themselves. So they just go off of fan reactions.
I love it. She said the fans suck.
Also, I ain't gonna lie. I'm not blaming them, but everybody want to be the fucking Chiefs. They see Andy Reid and Mahomes and oh goddamn, we want that type of success. Andy Reid came to the Eagles, went to the Chiefs, and Mahomes came to goddamn in a league. They went to the AFC Championship immediately. So everybody looking at them,
And they try to say, oh, can we get the next Mahomes, the next Andy Reid, the next Josh, the next, not Sean McDermott, the next Lamar Jackson, and blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want that shit. But guess what, buddy? Everybody's not Andy Reid. Everybody's not Mahomes.
And everybody's not that organization. You have to build it the way you think it should be built that fits what your narrative is. I mean,
and Rome wasn't built overnight.
No, I mean, like it doesn't.
And I give it to you, Swag. Y'all actually adjust to y'all personnel, bro. Like, I'm sorry to cut. Like, y'all actually went from a passing heavy, y'all running more. Y'all adjusting what y'all got, and making adjustments to y'all personnel to be successful to win games. At the end of the day, it's about winning the games, and y'all one of the best at doing it. But everybody doesn't have the capacity to be able to figure that out, like you and Spags and y'all coach do, bro. Everybody can't do it.
I mean, and the funny thing about it is we being Chiefs fans, we understand. Hey, the Chiefs wasn't bad when Mahomes came. They were a playoff team when Mahomes came. I mean, Mahomes just was the missing ingredient. But if y'all recall, when Mahomes came his first year, when he threw 50 touchdowns and had over 5,000 yards, the reason why he did all that, well, actually because he's damn good, but the defense was horrible. They were horrible. And then we still got to the AFC Championship, and what happens after that? Sutton gets fired, Spags take over, and the next thing you know, you just start developing a team. It takes steps. It's steps. And what Paul was talking about, I agree with. That's what you do. You take steps. Now I'm gonna tell you something. I don't know if y'all enjoyed this show or not, but I'm just gonna say this. There's many, many more shows like this coming. I apologize for yesterday. I couldn't get on. It's still chaotic in my house right now. My phone been ringing off the hook since y'all been on the phone. But what I'm trying to get you guys to understand is I need a little favor though. I put out a little 15-second video. Man, share that thing for me. And I was basically just saying, guys, if you don't have your own show and you want to go live, man, go live. Now listen, I'm just gonna tell you like this because I don't want nobody to say, oh, well, you think he can't do that. I can't come on everybody's show. I can't be on social media all day because I do other things too. But when I can, JB can vouch for this, Coach Coleman can vouch for this. I can come on your show. I'm coming. I'm gonna come on your show, but I think everybody on here, Joe's, you, Brianna, y'all should have a normal show every single day. JB them is 24/7. Anybody ask me what Not Movie Podcast is? It's 24/7. Somebody's always on for Not Movie Podcast. I mean, so all these different things, all of you guys, I'm pushing for all of you guys to start having a show. Why am I pushing for that? Number one is TikTok asked me to. Number two is, damn, guys, I mean, I'm not the only one who knows football. Y'all come on this panel and this show because you know football. We got to get rid of the casuals. They got to go. I mean, they got to go. It is the casuals remind me of walking into the projects back when the projects exist, Coach. That's what the casuals remind me of. Like, you just walking through stupidity in some cases. That's what we here for. We here to start shows so that we can talk about football, what football actually matters, because one thing we all have in common is we love talking about it because we love the game. And the reason and how do I know that? Because it's every day at 9 a.m., most of you guys are on this show because you want to hear about football. I mean, just like you want to hear about sports or boxing or this and that. And I want to give it all to you. And I don't have the capacity to do that. I can only give you certain sports, but Not Move Podcast can give you all of them. They give you every single sport. So I'm getting you guys to understand something because I'm just gonna tell you, I ain't the one to sit down and watch First Take. I watch parts of it, but when they start having inserts in their show like should Sam Darnold be elite if he win the Super Bowl, I'm moving on from that.
Turn that shit right off.
I mean, like it's all these different narratives to get you guys to watch. I want to bring to you guys a show where you actually get to hear about football and things that are going on in football. If you're not hearing it from me, you're hearing it in the audience. If you're not hearing it in the audience, you're hearing it from the panel. It doesn't matter. So I'm encouraging you guys, share the video for me. Start your own show so we can actually move these people out and I can feel good about coming to a show where I know I'm going to be able to talk about football, not about fandom. I have enough of that, and it gives me a headache, and I can't do it. So I'm asking you guys, as a favor to me, share the video. It's 15 seconds. You'll see it on my front page. just share it out there so people can see. I just want you guys to start going live every single day if you can. If you can't do it every day, let it be known when you can go live. And I swear to God, I do everything in my power to support you in every way I possibly can. And with all that being said, I got another good show tomorrow. Saturday, JB, me and you got to get together. We got to get together for this Saturday show that I want to do for the Super Bowl.
Just send me the topics. Send me the topics and order you're gonna do them in, and I'll get
the topics to you probably tomorrow morning after the show that I have. After the show. Yeah. Because and actually I don't have all the topics, so that's probably a 3-way call between me, you, Coach Carmen, A-Train, and all those to put it all together, all the different subjects that we're gonna have. Y'all want to be here for that show because that's gonna be the best Super Bowl show y'all ever seen. I can promise y'all that.
Yeah, so, yeah. Give me the as soon as possible, and then we'll all start advertising. A-Train and I will make flyers, and we'll start advertising for that.
It sounds like a plan, but other than that, guys, I gotta go. I got a house full of people right now, and my phone ringing out to look. So I will see you guys tomorrow morning.
This non-casual podcast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or reused without the authorized written consent of the Not Move Podcast Network. Thank you, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.